首歌发布了。别老子浪费些时过 I can't believe 这个里头的电视报都值得我一个
What the fuck is up? Gamers, it's your boy the Goons, and we are back for episode number, 28 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. In the last episode, you guys, we played game, and in this episode, we're going to continue to play game at our girl. What the fuck is her name? I don't even know. We'll find out. And Madame Two Spells. Oh, she hasn't been here yet. She's scared. Ooh, look at me. I look big as shit because of my shirt. Ooh, look at me. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh my, no wonder it's called the House of Horrors.
I need to get my fucking walk here pulled up.
I'd like to turn on my heels and go straight home via the confectionery.
Being scared makes you crave sweets? I can understand that.
But you know, there's something about that waxwork over there. It looks exactly like Mr. Sholmes down to the very last detail.
Aha!
What is it?
Oh, sorry. I think you'll find that's the temporary waxwork himself. Oh shit, hold on.
Ah, the friend of my dedicated employee.
Oh, yes, hello again. It's Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
I must say, I'm quite spellbound by the great detective. He's a marvel.
You're mine! Stay away from her, it's not her time! Alright, listen.
My precious waxwork is already back where it belongs.
You don't mean...
But yes, the mystery is solved already.
Wow, Mr. Sholmes can really engage his brain when he's hungry enough.
So as you can see, he's returned to his habitual duties.
Yes.
His habitual duties? Hello. Do not disturb.
I'll make that voice sound in me. Poor Susato-san, she looks very perplexed. So apparently if you'd examined the ladder earlier, which it told me to do and I ignored. This is funny, okay, so I need to examine Sherlock Holmes.
You really do need to speak with Mr. Sholmes, and I am longing to say hello again. But where is he?
I think you might find that he's quite nearby, actually.
Oh! What are you?
Indeed, my dear fellows,
It is I!
the world-famous great detective and waxwork, Sherlock Holmes. Damn. Susato-san! Susato-san! I'm looking kinda... Oh, who is he? Oh, who is he? Look like a Twilight vampire. Chunky one.
My most humble apologies. I thought I died and gone to eternal paradise for a moment, via London.
My dear madam, allow me to make amends by offering you a tasty free deduction at some point. As long as it's not of questionable street food quality.
I don't understand. Why are you working as a waxwork here, Mr. Sholmes?
Merely a secret identity, you know? Oh, you understand? Though the case is largely solved now.
Largely solved.
We're talking about the waxwork abduction, I presume. Indeed we are, my good fellow! As I predicted, it was as easy as proverbial pie. Oh, my tummy hurts. Oh, I drank too many sodas, bro. Though I confess, I'm yet to partake of a pie, proverbial or otherwise. Or any food so far today, for that matter. That stomach rumble echoed through the whole museum. So how did you manage to solve it so quickly?
Ah, well, do remember I said it was largely solved. Anyway, I simply negotiated with the culprit. Are you familiar with the so-called telephone? Oh yes, it's a most modern invention, allowing you to hold a conversation with people far away.
When was the telephone invented? It was invented in 1876. And they were marketed commercially. Oh, I see. Very interesting.
In Japan, only the imperial capital and a handful of other cities are connected as yet. This morning, a telephone call was received here from the perpetrator of the abduction. As such, I was able to negotiate terms, and in the end, the waxwork was returned.
That's amazing.
Just between you and I, it would appear the culprit had always intended to return the stolen waxwork in any event. Oh, but I thought whoever was responsible had demanded a ransom, no? Yes, I think perhaps the ransom demand was necessary to avoid unwanted suspicion regarding the true motive. But does that not mean your negotiating was entirely unnecessary?
I was working, man. I don't know.
The fact remains I must ask you to keep from Madame Tisbel's at all costs. A hungry young Iris awaits my return to Baker Street, after all.
Poor Iris. Yeah, she's a little baby. She can't feed herself.
Now then, I do sense you have some business with this great waxwork.
So we need to talk to Sholmes. Ask about... First and foremost, Enoch Drebber. We're in the process of trying to track somebody down.
Oh? Yes, a man by the name of Enoch Drebber. He's the swindler who duped Professor Hairbrain and the engineer who built the kinesis machine. A swindler and an engineer. Quite the modern man.
He also seems to be a conjurer of sorts, too, with considerable knowledge of stage magic. We really need to locate him before the trial resumes tomorrow morning. But we have so few clues to go on, that's the trouble. Do you have any good ideas?
I have no data yet. It is a capital mistake to have good ideas before one has data. If I knew something of the man's appearance, at least, I may be in a better position to help.
Yes, Drebber's appearance.
Fortunately for you, however, presently I have little to occupy myself and little to fill my stomach. As soon as you find any clue, no matter how small, I should gladly give you my thoughts on it.
Okay, let's present that first. Mr. Sholmes, would you look at this?
Is it Mr. Enoch Drebber? The face of the engineer we seek. Well, all Englishmen look broadly the same, of course, so looking at the photograph won't be particularly instructive.
You alright, Mr. Sholmes?
Ah, yes, forgive me. Very interesting this, very interesting indeed. What's wrong, Mr. Sholmes? You've turned quite pale all of a sudden.
God. Oh, literally. Okay, whatever. Kazuma's death. Mr. Sholmes, did you lie to us?
My dear Naruhodo, stay that piercing stare. What is this about? Last winter, when we were first on our way to Britain aboard the steamship. Your words are very clear. So then, let us unravel this mystery and discover what events led to this curious murder.
I remember it.
You told us that it was murder, and you examined Kazuma-sama's body. Indeed. And wherein lies the problem?
We met him earlier today. The victim, Kazuma Asogi.
You're quite sure? He was wearing some sort of mask and was apparently suffering from amnesia. But yes, I'm quite sure. It was Kazuma-sama. You must have known at the time, Mr. Sholmes, that he wasn't actually dead.
Well, I can only assume I was swept up in the murderous atmosphere of the moment. But the fellow wasn't dead at all. Priceless. I don't suppose that performance would pass muster, would it, Naruhodo? I could believe that the crewman present at the time made a mistake, but not you, Mr. Sholmes. I will now tell you something of the first importance, my dear fellow. Great detectives are wont to lie. It will serve you well to remember that. Please, Mr. Sholmes. Tomorrow in court, you will find yourself on the threshold of a very great mystery. For now, I'm afraid that's all I can say. I have a suggestion, Mr. Naruhodo. Will you indulge me? Well, what is it? As I explained to you when you arrived, the missing waxwork has been returned. And I personally reinstalled it in the exhibit from which it was taken, behind those thick curtains. Oh yes, the Professor exhibit, isn't it? Would you like to see it? For a mere 5 shillings? That's a special, one-time only price, you understand? What? The opportunity won't come again, I might add. Would you like to see the fruits of my labour?
Oh, well, we do have a rather pressing investigation to carry out. Perhaps we could postpone?
The price is very reasonable, 5 shillings. I think you'll find it's well worth it. We do have 5 shillings. Are you being quite serious, Mr. Sholmes? Surely you need only look at my expression to ascertain if this is seriousness or silliness. I can never tell with you, that's the point.
Very well, it couldn't hurt. Here's your 5 shillings.
Gratefully received. So, the special exhibit awaits behind the curtain. I invite you to peruse it at your leisure. Alright.
Well, the money's been spent, so let's go and see the special exhibit.
Alright, good shit. Dude, those very heavy curtains at last. Or not, whatever, it's fine. Yeah, it's
Whatever, I don't even care. God. Jeez.
5 shillings we've had to pay. Doesn't seem right somehow that Mr. Sholmes slipped the money into his own pocket.
No. We can ask you to retrieve it for us using your special skills.
Pickpocketing police officers and diddling detectives? Is that what makes Britain great? Not to mention demigod prosecutors taking the law into their own hands are chip-loving inspectors.
Inspector Gregson comes off rather well in that list, I think.
Yeah, he's just eating fucking french fries, man. Get on his ass. He's hungry. Jesus! Oh my god!
Oh dear. I felt a shiver run down my spine as soon as we walked in here.
Miss Susato! I say we turn our heels and go straight home via a really big confectionery.
We certainly can't do that. We've paid 5 shillings already.
True. We did do that. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, we've paid good money to see an exhibit that's clearly incomplete! The nerve of the great diddling detective is far more terrifying than anything else in this place.
This be what Mr. Sholmes meant when he said the case was largely solved.
Be that as it may, Mr. Sholmes heavily implied there'd be a clue about the engineer in here, didn't he? But where? Since we paid 5 shillings, let's do 5 shillings worth of investigation, shall we?
Yes! We will get what we paid for.
Is that fear or frustration that's making Susato-san's voice tremble? So examine the... That's a man in a lantern? I guess from the front he looked like a man. From the back kind of looked like a chick with that hair.
This part of the exhibit is just as disturbing as the rest. It looks so real.
It seems to be a young man in a white overcoat.
And he has a large shovel in his hand too, look.
Perhaps we should investigate in a little more close detail. Okay, whatever. Oh shit. Can I look at the face? Yeah, I see good. Okay, so examine the shovel. I don't really care. Examine the camera hanging from the man's neck. Oh shit. What's this here? It's a camera, but it's so small. I'm not reading the details. So they want to know why he even has that. Okay. So, examine his face. Really hard to get that one. Perhaps if I just... Oh, do you think you should be manhandling the exhibits? I'll put it back. I guess they would be short as shit, huh? Because they're like Japanese teenagers. Oh, shit!
Ah! What on earth? How can...
I don't believe it! A black monocle!
Mr. Naruhodo, is it possible that this man is...
Yes. It's Enoch Drebber!
The color of his hair is different, but...
It's unmistakably him!
Indeed it is!
It's always him whenever it's a question mark. Mr. Sholmes!
This man is the subject of your present hunt, I believe.
Yes, that's right. Just who is this man? Why is he here in the exhibit? I gotta like move it down. And why does the convict behind him have no head?
The head was missing when the model was returned by the thief who stole it. Oh, motherfucker.
What a surprise. So then the case isn't yet solved, is it?
Did I not say so myself? Largely solved with my words, I believe. But I must locate the missing head toot sweet, as Madam would say, or I'll be in grave trouble. A very hungry iris still awaits my return to Baker Street, preferably with rations. Ah! Do you know, though, something about this room is strange?
Strange? What do you mean?
Well, the displays in the House of Horrors are supposed to depict real events, are they not? Indeed they are, Miss Suzotto. Do go on. And as terrifying as they are, the scenes in the other exhibits are believable. But this one... He's a fucking zombie! This surely could never have really happened, could it? I think it's time I educated you a little about the nature of the incidents involving the Professor 10 years ago.
Alright, so we need to talk about the resurrecting convict.
I believe I told you about the Professor yesterday, did I not? He took the lives of 5 victims, every one being either a member of the aristocracy or royalty. All were attacked by an enormous hunting hound and had their throats ripped from their bodies. Oh gosh, an enormous hound, how awful! After taking the life of his fifth victim, the killer was apprehended. It was a case of unprecedented magnitude in Britain, you understand? Accordingly, the Professor was tried in a closed court. No members of the public were permitted.
A closed court? So you mean the Professor's identity?
As you've surmised, my dear fellow, his identity was never made public. Naturally, he was found guilty and was summarily sentenced to death by hanging. He was buried in a grave at Lowgate Cemetery, which adjoins to the rear of the prison where he'd been held. However,
That was not the end of the affair.
oh. The very night he was buried, the convicted man came back to life.
Came back to life!
He clawed his way out of the ground and emerged into the moonlit graveyard. The exhibit here depicts that very scene, as described by the sole witness to those chilling events.
There was a witness?
But of course, my dear fellow, it was none other than... the young man in the white overcoat!
Enoch Drebber. He saw it happen. Oh my god. Okay. Let's talk about it. So this is a waxwork model of Enoch Drebber.
10 years ago, the convicted professor, having been gibbeted and buried, emerged from his grave in the dead of night. The sole witness to that unimaginable scene was this young man. From appearances, I would say he was about 20 years old. It's so horrifying. Scared out of his wits, the young Drebber ran to a nearby police station to report the incident. And the sheer terror of what he'd seen is said to have turned his hair white overnight.
Yes, as shown in the photograph we have of him, his hair is completely white. For the following few days, the story of what he'd seen was on every front page in the capital. The public was frantic for every last detail about the killer who'd come back to life. As you've seen, an exhibit was even created here at Madame Tispel's.
I can quite understand why the man's hair turned white, certainly. But what I don't understand is what Mr. Trevor was doing in a lonely graveyard in the middle of the night.
Yes, what was he up to? What was he up to? What the fuck was he doing?
The Professor's acts of terror threw London's upper classes into complete panic 10 years ago. It was a great scandal, one might say, at the very highest levels of society. And since the killer's identity was never made public, rumours abounded. After all, no killer had ever systematically employed a dog as a weapon of murder.
Oh, the dog collar is from the dog he used to kill. Yes, I can imagine the impact the case must have had.
But in time, of course, the rumours abated. So too did the talk of the shocking witness account of the convict who came back to life. It was forgotten, dismissed as a dubious ghost story, as a preposterous parlour tale. But why did people stop believing it? Why? Simply because there was no resurrection to speak of, as was established in fact.
What do you mean by no resurrection?
The police investigated the grave in Lowgate Cemetery and published their findings. The convict's body was found to be buried exactly where it had been following the execution. No! But that would mean Mr. Trevor must have lied to the police and the newspapers. That would appear to be the only logical explanation, yes. The young man subsequently vanished from society and nothing has been heard of him since. It's rather striking then, that he should resurface now, don't you think?
Of course the convicted murderer couldn't really have come back to life. It's not possible. But Trevor's hair is unusually white, and if that really did happen overnight, it was as a result of shock. It's hard to believe the incident was an out-and-out lie. Interesting. Very interesting. So, I need to also examine that.
This must be the killer, the fiend known as the Professor.
Yes, I think so. He killed 5 victims, all of them royal blood.
The waxwork is so lifelike, isn't it? Like all the models in this place.
I know, it looks like it could start moving at any moment, doesn't it? If only it had a head, that is. Examine it in a little more detail.
So this is the condemned man.
Yes, the so-called professor.
Then perhaps his head was chopped off by a guillotine. But unable to find peace, he emerged from his grave as a headless ghost.
Do we have to entertain such terrifying ideas, Miss Susato? Anyway, I'm sure the model had a head once. There's a metal fitting for it, see?
Then perhaps Mr. Sholmes absent-mindedly forgot to reattach it.
It's an extremely absent-minded detective you're describing, isn't it?
Or perhaps the thief absent-mindedly forgot to include the head when he or she returned it to the museum.
And that would be an extremely absent-minded thief. There have been some reason. Well, whatever the reason, it means we don't know what the face of the infamous professor looked like, do we? Oh. There's something caught on the inside of the convict's jacket here. It looks like a piece of broken glass, and quite a big piece, too.
It's very thick, isn't it? About 5 times thicker than normal window glazing, I'd say.
Where could such a thick piece of glass have come from, I wonder? This is what I was thinking, was the wax statue was it was for Osmond. Like, Osmond looks like the guy, so they use him as a decoy, and the glass came from... Like, what I'm thinking happened is they dropped this guy on the thing, and then they, like, swapped this out. I want to say Homegirl's involved, but I don't know.
Well, perhaps because the glass had to span a particularly wide area, such as in a big building, for example.
Ah, well, we've seen a large glass building recently, haven't we? And some of the glass was broken, too.
You don't mean...
Exactly, the Crystal Tower at the Great Exhibition.
But why would glass from the Crystal Tower be lodged inside this waxwork's jacket?
It makes you think, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. Earlier in court, we established the kinesis experiment was a trick, and now we discover this fragment of glass here in this waxwork. Is it just a coincidence?
What the big no, Odo? What have you got again?
Gina, what are you doing here?
Oh yes, Iris. As I said, this is where you be. So, Gina, not so loud in the museum. Madam Tispels will have you take a position as a waxwork if you're not careful.
I think there might be a more pressing concern.
I still had some flash powder left from 6 months ago, so... Alright, Gina, we understand, but please put down the gun!
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I got scared.
You should try being the one on the other end of the barrel. So, what brings you here, Gina?
What brings me here? What do you think? We found it! We found it at Dodgy Cave's workshop!
What? You found Drebber's workshop? Little Toby, look at the little dog.
Yep, Toby's nose led me... Jesus Christ. Toby's nose took me straight there. The boss and the others are heading over there now in a drag, so come on. Here's the address. I got the boss to write it out. Oh, thank you, Gina. We'll make our way there at once. Alright then. See you there. You go. Don't mind me. I'll just stay here, being still.
What?
I know my place in the exhibit over there. Oh dear, someone is feeling sorry for himself.
Let's go, Mr. Sholmes, you're coming!
Your words hearten me, I must say. But if I were to shirk my duties here, Madam would have to pay monetary recompense and Iris's dinner plate would be empty.
Forget that, I'll pay for everything!
Then there's not a moment to lose, my dear fellow. I shall hail a carriage at once.
No offer to share the cost from Mr. Sholmes, though.
I shall gladly pay half, Mr. Naruhodo.
Thank you, Mrs. Otto. Right, let's go! Oh, gosh, right there. I think this is a perfect place to end the episode before we get to see his full workshop, solely because I want to leave all of this stuff for the next episode. So, I'm going to get the fuck up out. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.